Eh bien bonjour YouTube, j'espère que tu vas bien. Bienvenue sur cet épisode 2 de Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. Nous nous étions arrêtés juste devant la deuxième affaire, notre deuxième enquête, l'énigme du train fantôme. Et écoutez, j'espère que le premier épisode t'aura plu et puis let's go.
This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it if needed. It is fortunate that we took it with us.
D'accord.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Bonjour. Petit sas.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Hop là.
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
Oui, c'est vrai. Ah, apparemment, impossible de passer par là.
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
Par là?
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Salut. Ah, il y en a rien à foutre.
Railway post bags. Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
This map will be useful.
Hop là, on vole la carte.
Holmes, how is it? The whole train just disappeared. It's
Dégage!
unbelievable.
This part is probably from a locomotive. An old locomotive bell. This part is probably from a locomotive. This place serves as a storage area for the station.
Watson, putain. Bah.
A telegraph.
Ok, c'est super en tout cas.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Message à toutes les gares. Monsieur Robinson se trouve à Bridlington Station.
Here is the train set.
Mais. Ok.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. and they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
Allons à Bridlington.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
A telegraph.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions. Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand. Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I have worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Ok.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
15 000 livres. D'accord.
Don't touch anything, please.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
It's a scandal! An absolute outrage!
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazas Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologize for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype, and this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station Master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him. The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazas Chilean Company.
Ok. Accident. Si les Chiliens sont restés dans le train, c'était une simple coïncidence. Le contrôleur ne les avait pas vus. Chilien à bord, le directeur de la société chilienne Barcazas a été sciemment laissé dans le train. Le contrôleur a fait descendre de force tous les passagers, hormis les Chiliens. On va dire ça pour l'instant.
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
Don't touch anything, please.
railway post bags.
Alors,
This gripsack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
oh là là, pas encore ça. Mhm.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully.
Contrat. Les présentes constituent un contrat de vente exclusif. Portant sur une invention au stade de prototype dédié à la fourniture d'électricité autonome, Emerson Electric Company, l'acheteur, déclare en connaissance de cause acheter ce produit en l'état. Monsieur Thomas L. Robinson, le vendeur, ne saurait être tenu responsable pour tout problème éventuel lié au prototype survenant après l'achat et ce que l'une ou l'autre partie en ait ou non eu connaissance lors de l'achat. L'acheteur a l'obligation de verser un acompte à hauteur de 10% du prix du prototype lors de la signature du contrat. Le capital restant dû devrait être transféré sous un mois calendaire.
Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract.
Ok.
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
Mobile de Robinson, grâce à l'assurance et aux multiples contrats exclusifs qu'il a signés frauduleusement. Ok. Ok, il n'y a rien dans l'entrepôt. Ah.
I will not move from here until I...
Don't touch anything, please.
Allons à Chesterfield.
This bin is full of empty bottles. I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes. This Robinson fellow seems suspicious to me.
A fishing advertisement.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not. How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18 hours 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions. Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
A telegraph.
Ok.
Locked. There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
Allez.
Railway post bags. These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them. Bags were recently dragged here. French wine, a remarkable vintage. These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful. This Robinson fellow seems suspicious to me.
D'accord.
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
This Robinson fellow seems...
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
It's a scandal. An absolute...
Don't touch anything, please.
Mais du coup, j'ai encore des trucs à voir à Chesterfield.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere. Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here.
Ça marche bien? Ah, pardon.
So, Now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle. We need to attach a headlight and a steam whistle. The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher. The steam whistle is ready to be used. Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver. I'm always...
Bien.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly. Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
Allons à l'aiguillage.
The switch is rusted, but it still works. mines. This is interesting. It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
Allons voir déjà ici, et après on ira aux mines. Doncaster.
A funny character. He looks anxious.
And he is not an Englishman.
Non, il paraissait chilien.
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
Non, mais j'ai rien compris moi à cette énigme-là.
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station.
Mhm. Je crois que c'est...
Newspaper articles on horse racing. Hurdle, steeplechase and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
A telegraph.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake. Railway post bags. This post bag belongs to the station master.
Ma chérie, cette fois je te supplie de me faire confiance, j'aurai bientôt largement assez pour rembourser notre hypothèque. Je te demande juste quelques jours, tu peux continuer à occuper la maison sans moi puisque c'est ce que tu souhaites. Sache que je tiens toujours à toi, j'espère que tu finiras par me pardonner malgré tout le tort que je t'ai causé ces dernières années. Bien à toi, Edward.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
En réponse à votre dernier appel, je tiens à vous assurer que je ne tarderai pas à honorer l'intégralité des traites restant dues conformément à mes dettes. Hop. Où est notre calèche? Là.
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry and Doncaster station. It doesn't look like a very good place to rest. These traces were made by a carriage. Look. The vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy.
Quoi?
Nothing interesting here. 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 Nothing interesting here.
Mais qu'est-ce que c'est? Je sais même pas ce qu'on a dans les mains. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel? C'est un détecteur de métaux, c'est un poids.
Nothing interesting here. 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 No. These traces were made by a carriage. Look.
Traces de véhicule mesuré.
The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep.
Comment ça, mesurer? Ah, attendez, est-ce que...
Nothing interesting here.
C'est un mètre.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Oui, enfin bon.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Je vais péter un câble.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Je comprends rien.
The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials.
J'aime pas trop les enquêtes, je préfère les investigations. Hein? Toi, tu es malin.
An advertisement for lake cruises.
Je rappelle qu'il y a un chef de gare qui avait du fil de pêche, donc peut-être.
Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level
Envoie New
dropped.
de Val, s'il te
The
plaît.
lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
Ah, je me disais, il y a un truc là. Il fait trop chaud. Las
A label with the
Zarpas.
name Las Zarpas.
Ah!
This place was abandoned fairly recently. An abandoned gypsy caravan.
Une plaque. Las Zarpas. Las Zarpas. Oh, premières ébauches de relier. Les péniches Las Zarpas représentent l'élite du transport de vrac lourd. Le label Las Zarpas appartient au consortium mexicain Caracal, actif dans le fret, l'électricité et les
Here it
mines.
is.
Ça va pas, non?
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned.
They appear to be abandoned.
This is an administrative panel. See what it says.
Watson, you are a gentleman, and gentlemen tend to carry handkerchiefs. Might I borrow yours?
And where is your own?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Very well. Here it is.
On nettoie correctement. On n'est pas des sagouins. Voilà, regardez. Oui.
WEA coal. These mines belong to them. A lightly loaded vehicle came this way.
Je sais, j'ai pas compris ça.
The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches.
Apparemment j'ai compris.
There is a wooden beam lying on the rails. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to follow you, Holmes.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled. This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Le groupe BTS serait passé ici.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it. The Mexican company Caracao and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
Dois savoir que dorénavant les représentants du groupe Barcazas pourront accéder librement au site. Cette société est en effet le futur propriétaire des mines. Par ailleurs, il convient de refouler systématiquement tous représentants du consortium Caracal et ce dès aujourd'hui. La contrat de vente annulée non avenue. Ne fournissez aucune explication, ces informations sont confidentielles.
Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who flared our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
Ah, putain, ça s'est ouvert là, j'ai eu peur.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
The Chile. Le Chile. Il Chile con carne.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros, who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days. What should we do next, Holmes?
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
Ouais, bah... Mais où est le... Fucking hell. Ok.
This suitcase can... I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
Les sociétés Barcassas et Caracal, respectivement chiliennes et mexicaines, voulaient toutes acheter les mines de Huayacol. Le consortium mexicain Caracal avait obtenu une promesse de vente et préparé tous les papiers. Néanmoins, le groupe chilien Barcassas est parvenu, grâce à ses relations, à rafler les mines sous le nez de son concurrent. Ouais. Là, c'est quoi? Ok.
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd. Traces. Let's take a closer look. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle. This road should lead to the town of Evesham.
Monsieur?
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few hundred feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. And why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man. This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look. The switch is rusted, but it still works. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The railway ends here. That is strange.
Uh-huh. On est d'accord. Ah ouais, mais alors... Mexicain, Chilien enseveli. Tout à fait, c'est qu'un meurtre machiavélique. Les Mexicains ont tué les Chiliens et enseveli le train dans l'effondrement des mines pour dissimuler leurs crimes. Choisir la justice aveugle. L'inhumanité des Mexicains envers les Chiliens a causé bien des morts. Il faut agir vite, contacter l'estrade pour laisser la police œuvrer avec diligence et gros sabots, quitte à provoquer un esclandre international. Préférer la diplomatie. On ne combat pas pareille organisation criminelle de front. Donnons à Mycroft l'occasion de désamorcer le conflit, quitte à ce qu'il fasse traîner l'affaire pour la tourner à son avantage. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait ? Je dirais qu'on choisit la justice. Hein. Mycroft, on en pense quoi dans ton jeu? Bon, c'est un connard. Hein. Je veux dire, Mycroft, c'est Mycroft. Hein, donc, c'est toujours un connard dans les jeux Sherlock. Hein.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Voilà.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
No, I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas company directors were trapped under the
Je ne
collapsed
félicite pas pour ce
mine,
titre.
along with the train and Robinson's prototype.
Coucou, Sib.
But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to
Pardon.
prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dig out the mines.
Ben si.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case
Oh, wow.
is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we
Coucou
have some
Saskia.
tickets to London, please?
Right away, but...
Et merci beaucoup pour ton raid.
You've solved the case.
Comment
In a
ça
manner
va?
of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service
Tu étais sur Fast Penguin, mais non. T'étais pas sur Peak avant aussi? Alors peut-être que je confonds.
He pulled through then. He's alive.
Bonjour à tous. Je fais une pause bio, ça marche, y a pas de soucis.
But he will
À
be
tout de
held
suite.
securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some
Dire
vital
que j'ai fait
information in
du
this case.
Peak et du Fast
I am
Penguin
sure of it.
hier soir, encore une fois, avec
Your station will be famous.
avec
Mr.
Iskel et les
Duff.
copains.
The journalist will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Ça va chier un max et
Goodbye.
remplir la gourde.
Gentlemen.
Ah. Tant qu'elle remplit pas la gourde de chiasse, tu me diras. Cette cinématique qui est plus longue que mon avenir là.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Putain, on avait le choix entre tirer sur le pistolet ou vraiment tirer sur le Mexicain, quoi.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
J'ai pas fait exprès de faire la bonne chose.
I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
L'énigme du train fantôme. Toute cette affaire n'était qu'un meurtre machiavélique. Les Mexicains ont tué les Chiliens et enseveli le train dans l'effondrement des mines pour dissimuler leurs crimes. Devant le nombre de morts causés par l'inhumanité des Mexicains envers les Chiliens, il a été décidé d'agir vite. L'estrade en sera informée. Ah, je crois qu'on a eu la mauvaise conclusion. Parce que ça me met en rouge. Et pas en vert. Changer d'avis ou classer l'affaire? Bah oui, mais du coup... Et si c'est pas ça, je sais pas alors. Voulez-vous vraiment rejouer la conclusion? Le jeu sera chargé avant le choix moral. Ben... Je pense que si ça apparaît en rouge... Attendez, je vais quand même vérifier sur l'internet. Comme ça d'ailleurs, j'en profite puisque je pouvais pas sortir du jeu avant pour faire le SO à Saskia. Et le SO de cette manière-là. Comme ça on aura un petit clip.
Si ça se voit. Oui. Oh! Alors, une carte dresseur qui brille beaucoup. Et du coup, j'arrive pas à lire.
Oh, mais t'as une gold!
J'arrive pas à lire par contre ce qu'il y a de marqué dessus.
Oh, wow, la carte gold.
Ouais, mais bon.
Ça fait partie des plus rares.
Oh waouh! Vous avez vu, c'était une carte gold! Moi j'y connais rien, mais c'était sûrement très bien. Attendez, Sherlock Holmes. Oui, Crimes and Punishments, Solus. Yo, méganté! Elle a bien mangé celle-ci? Oui. D'accord, en fait, c'est effectivement les Mexicains qui ont tué les Chiliens, mais ils ne les ont pas ensevelis, ils les ont noyés. Bon, on va changer d'avis du coup, on va faire la bonne... Et oui. Et tu as mangé quoi? Heureux Saskia, on vient de voir un magnifique clip de ta chaîne où tu étais... où tu découvrais une carte gold d'un booster Pokémon. Du riz et du saumon. Mes couilles aussi. Ah. Eh ben écoute. Donc, tac. Voilà. Toute cette affaire n'était qu'un meurtre machiavélique et ont quitté le train de son carrière inondé pour dissimuler leurs crimes. Voilà. Chez moi, ça fonctionne plus.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I
Je
shall
me fais pas
require
ça.
assistance for
Attendez,
the
je veux-
arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look.
Bon, c'est la même cinématique.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall
Voilà.
be heading home. May we have 2
D'ailleurs,
tickets
tu passes
to
par
London,
Gourou pour les
please?
clips. Non, je
Right away.
passe par.
Wait a minute. You've solved the case.
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that
Hey,
the rescue
sidekick.
service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on
J'accepte
board
mon
the
effet.
train?
Ah, faut pas
The
censurer.
police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through then. He's alive.
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Ah oui, il est frais comme un gardon, lui. Bon, faut qu'on refasse ça du coup.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Vous pensez que là on peut tuer le Mexicain? Putain, mal.
Holmes, I had to do it.
It is all right, Watson. He got what he deserved.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence.
After I returned from Afghanistan, I vowed never to take another human life.
Watson, you did in fact save a life.
Comment
You
tu
should
sais ça,
focus on
Méganté,
that.
t'étais pas là?
Now come, there is still much to do.
Ok, c'est bon. Tu la connais ou pas? À la stalker. C'est vrai qu'elle ne fait que ça. Elle m'a dit j'ai pas de son. Gna gna gna.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
Ok, alors, attendez, du coup. Oui, j'utilise ce site, Saskia. Je frappe lequel en premier, du coup? Frappe-moi les couilles. La vie de ma... Quand je suis sur un stream, je suis sûr qu'elle le download et qu'elle le regarde en vitesse x4 après. Ah ouais. Ah ouais. Et du coup... Mais... qu'est-ce que je voulais faire, moi? Attendez, hein, je vais réussir à faire ce que je veux. Ok, c'est bon. Oui, progressivement, tout devient payant, c'est très chiant. Euh... Bon, j'arrive plus à trouver ce que je veux trouver. Hop. Mais oui, du coup, je disais... Saskia, t'étais pas sur Peak avant Fast Penguin? Ou alors peut-être que j'ai halluciné. Hop, hop. Pas du tout. D'accord, bon bah j'ai halluciné. Jamais joué, d'accord. Mais alors, avec qui j'ai confondu? Est-ce que j'ai des gens qui jouent à Peak dans mes abos? Non. Ben pourquoi alors je suis peut-être obsédé par Peak. Et je parle pas de la streameuse, hein, je parle du jeu. Range ce regard méganté. Ça, sinon ça va pas le faire entre nous.
The pupil is dilated.
Bon, faut qu'on mette fin à cette VOD pour YouTube parce qu'on vient de finir
The temperature appears to
la
be
deuxième affaire.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Comment ça?
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
C'est la pause Gooning. Oui, exactement.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now.
C'est lui qui s'est empoisonné lui-même.
Please.
C'est sûr à
Drink it all.
2%.
Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have
Quelle
happened?
chance.
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mais j'espère que Fast Penguin s'est bien passé. Parce que c'est un jeu très très drôle.
A good day, Inspector.
J'en ai fait hier soir.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. You brought in two young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth.
C'est vrai que
They were
Sherlock...
found stranded in a rowing.
Oh, la grosse moto!
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but...
Ils étaient tous deux
What?
cul nus.
As I said.
And they were tied together.
ligotés
You
l'un
are
à l'autre.
lacking in imagination,
C'est méganté
Inspector.
Eval, ça.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic.
Je
Isn't that the
connais les
largest
deux, hein.
steamer ever built?
Yes. And these two young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any
murder?
weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder.
On
A
va aller au
vanishing
terme
weapon, the
romain.
Roman baths.
Ça veut dire qu'on va
As
avoir
for
des
us,
cunus là.
Watson, fetch your hat.
Peut-être qu'on va voir Sherlock et Watson nus. En tout cas, YouTube, les cunus, c'est pour la prochaine VOD. Pour le 3e épisode, la 3e affaire. Des bisous, à plus tard. Dors bien.